Hello and welcome back! Yay, this is part 2 of the old Sketchbooks series. Those 3 books are the content of today's video, so let's start with the first book. On the very first page is a random sketch of a headshot, nothing special. Then we have a few sketches from my OC Leo. Back then she was wearing a top with puffy sleeves and a layered skirt, while she now dressed up in some dark Lolita dresses. But she already had a headband with a skull. On the next page you can see her as well, and also my mermaid OC Amayako. Then there are some more or less random sketches, but also run from Amayako again. And a little chibi mouse. And seems like I forgot to show a page. Yes, here's the little kitty that just hunted a bird. The cat has a kind of strange tail, a bit like it's from a dragon. And then there are some color pencil practices. And random eye, Amayako again, and Aiki, the blue-haired rabbit girl you may remember from previous sketchbooks. This is probably random stuff again, at least it don't remember me on any character. But here's a mermaid again. Even though the characters have a really strange face, why did they give them those noses? Those pages took me quite long. I took a lot of different manga and sketched down how different mangakas structure their pages, how they arrange panels and speech bubbles. I took always the first 5 pages and took also some notes on what happened shortly. Then Amayako again. Seems like I really had a face of drawing her. Some quite hard to see sketches. And some mind maps I made to help me with coming up with ideas. Didn't work that well, to be honest, and I never did that again. Some more kitties in different poses. Most of them are probably copied from photos. And that's it nearly for the sketchbook, just one more full page. Those faces I made for an homework where we had to make something creative in German class. We were reading Der Sandmann von E.T.A. Hoffmann and I wanted to make it an animated trailer. It was looking horrible. Do you want to see it? But I want you. Also I had to remove the sound because I used copyrighted music back then. So you are still here and your eyes survived? Brilliant! And just one more random sketch was turned into an artwork for a classmate back then. So let's move on to book number 2. This one is from 2013, where I made my A-levels and started university. I decorated the inside of the book a bit to not have an empty looking first page. In this book I started with doing more stuff with fonts and different ways to write, like this page with skizzen written all over it. Then there's a colored pencil artwork of my OC Celeste. Back then she looks way different from today. Then there's a drawing of Hatsune Miku. I started a piece with her and some other Vocaloids but never finished it. So I cut it into pieces and glued them into the book. You will see some more of them later again. Same I did with some other started illustration. Here we have the poorly try of doing a realistic sketch. Some random faces and a humanized Eevee. I'm not sure, but maybe it's a redo of an old drawing. And another random girl and some stiff looking hands, but at least I was practicing them. Then there are a few characters from The Little Mermaid done in colored pencils. This girl was the protagonist of a story I wrote back then. Never finished the story and it stuck at around 100 pages or so. chibi fan art for a friend on DeviantArt, and a chibi of the girl from the story I just mentioned. Some more pieces from the Miko drawing and the variegates of Sea of my brother, Badger Paw. For some variety, a few boys' heads and a little zombie. And then more random stuff again. Another random character, even though I drew her twice. This was also the time where I moved in my own flat. I had a lot of free time, as you can see from pages like this. Reason was that I moved there mid-September and didn't have internet until mid-December, and also no working television. I was constantly bored and drew a lot. And then there was time for Halloween and I did some designs. First a witch, then a pumpkin, and lastly also a bad girl. And of course some more Hatsune Miku. And a lot of random stuff again. Probably had a really boring weekend just with myself. But then in class I designed this new character. I really loved her design but never used her outside of the sketchbook. As you can read, I named her Sasha. She's not based on anything special but should be active in the night rather than on a day. And this was the first sketch for an homework again where we should draw a scene from campus. I've chosen the playground. This is what the finished drawing looked like. Here I practiced some different dragon parts, and the sketch was also turned in a full color piece. An angel boy with some sparkling cherry bubbles and a random tree. Little chibi Sasha again and a chibi of Ifari from Kojik-chan. And a lot of Pokemon. One of my favorite Pokemon is Raichu, so I filled the whole page with it. On the other side are some more Pokemon. So here's a lot of random stuff again. Look at this little Nyan cat. A creepy face and some Japanese signs that I copied from somewhere because I didn't know a single sign in Japanese. Couldn't even say if this is kanji or hiragana or katakana. And a little Miko again. Also Chibi Madoka. And here again we have random things. On this page I gave my Osine Coco a redesign where I changed her look a lot. She still has the same color scheme but with a different hairstyle and different clothes. And a page for Iki as well, but with a usual outfit. Some more chibis with some kind of school uniform. And a single Nikoko head, but with a pop of color this time. A nearly blank page with just a little chibi wolf. The little human Eevee again, you already saw in the beginning of this book, and some studies. And more studies. This time from mostly hands but also a few wings. Elsa and Olaf done in colored pencil. Just from looking at this too I got Let It Go stuck in my head. Thanks past self. And Nikoko again with a few different emotions shown. A random light sketch and the characters from a friend from DeviantArt. I love her character design. Not sure if this is Miko again or not. And the first drawings from the 2013 Advent Calendar printed. Here's Sasha again, probably one of the last times I drew her. And another angel, also just forgot to show a page again. And after the Chibi Madoka, here's Mami from the same anime together with Charlotte. Which is strange because if you know the anime you know what I mean. So no spoilers here. Precious little Erdbeer again. And some notes because, well, I always use my sketchbook for notes too, so sorry not sorry. So this one I like a lot. I used a complete different, quite simple style, but oh well, I like it. Another OC from a DeviantArt person. And some more headshots as well from people from DeviantArt. So this chibi means that it must be around Christmas time when it drew this. Another angel and then some more chibis of my OCs. See how differently the anatomy of my chibis was back then compared to today? Here I used exceptionally a ballpoint pen and not a pencil or colored pencil for some cat studies. And another random page. Some more doodles and pen and ink, and it's the end of the sketchbook. I glued some eyes I found on DeviantArt on the last pages because I found them really beautiful. So let's move on to the last sketchbook for this video. I started it in late 2013 and I'm not sure if I had a sketchbook in between this and the last one because I couldn't find any. I started with some random notes. The first were drawing in near Sketchbooktour from Sonata online. That must be around the time I first watched the anime. I did it in mostly black pen but used a filter pen for a colorful blue outline. And it can't be a good sketchbook without the mermaid in it. A page dedicated to an owl and a random girl with a cute rain jacket. This page features my OC Kaya, and since she works in a bakery I put a lot of sweet things in the bag. Practicing a nice handwriting with the text from Attack on Titan opening. A page filled with random doodles, probably copied, and a page inspired by an iced tea bottle. In the sketchbook I often did this dividers for the months just like this one for starting September. Another example on how greatly I am with filling pages to a maximum. On the left side some ideas for plushies for an upcoming Alice in Wonderland cosplay. And here you can see the two designs I did for my cosplay. In the end it was the right one, but looked horrible. Also, light blonde hair does not suit me at all. I wasn't sure which color I wanted my wall to have, so I put some color examples in this book to always have a look on it. Also put all my washi tapes down in the book. In the later sketchbook I did an updated version of it too. More or less realistic sketch of mushrooms and other stuff you can find in a forest. And the first try was acrylic colors. Never used them again except for drawing stuff on fabric for cosplays. Some really horrible realism practice. And a sketch of the bone structure of a hand. Got my first two watercolors for my birthday and tested them on this page. Another random girl and a tree. Love drawing trees somehow. Probably was bored in class and did a highlighter drawing. Broken doll fascinate me somehow, and later I also made an OC based on a broken doll. I guess I won't say something anymore when it's just random stuff because, well, most was drawn in class when I was bored and had nothing else to draw. So this one is a cat of a friend. The cat's name is Nala. From this chibi I would guess that's already Halloween again. I made a design for a little fox and called him Peter, but never used him yet. Chibi Nikoku and Chibi Kaya. Another Kirito from Sword Art Online, this time as in chibi. First draft for the second chapter of my doujinshi Club der Träume. Since I still was working on the cosplay, I was really into Alice in Wonderland and also did some drawings inspired by it. And another Hatsune Miku. And then it's February. which is when Baymax aired in the cinemas, and I was so deeply in love with the movie and also the soundtrack. So this page is filled with a lot of research informations about the colors of the rainbow and their meaning. Remember the never finished speed paint where it drew each chibi in a different color of the rainbow? Watched Anohana and was so in love with this anime that I had to draw Minma. Now some Disney fanart. First Ariel and then Bambi. Next page features Spirit, which is not from Disney, I know, and different chibi companions from various Disney movies. Next follows some character designs I did for a friend's project. Nala again, this time with some balloons. Character designs for the same project, also one of the characters in a tutu, simply because I can. Researched some hugging poses for an artwork and laid down quite a few. Was requested to draw a couple, so yeah, just some more ideas for poses. Also was practicing hands and feet and cats. And some more poses. I should start again with drawing figure drawings. So last are just some more random things, mostly notes. So I will use this to already say thank you for watching the video. Hope it was a bit interesting for you. And also please look forward for the next video where I will show you the last 3 sketchbooks featuring the time until end of 2017.